Here we go again. I mean, this is the truth show, and there's more. Oh, I'm not done yet. Oh, and there's more. Oh, I'm not done yet. I mean, this is the truth show. Oh, yes.
Hi, everyone. Hello. How y'all doing? We're gonna wait for more people to come in the room. I know I started a little bit sooner. Yes, I know. But I just wanted to get this done and over with, honestly, because it's not gonna be a really long show. This is just part two, and then we do part three, and then we'll go from there. Who do we have with me this Friday night? Now that I have time to actually do something. Yes, I am back. Mhm. I told you I didn't lose my channel. I hid it because I got tired of, making videos for free. But I was like, I have something to say. It's getting the end of the year, and there's some moves that I want to make, and hopefully it'll be very impactful. So I'm sure you guys can definitely hear me now. I'm going to put the timer up, and we're going to see how many people will be joining us. I'm going to go ahead and put the timer up right quick. Yes, I am. Let's see. You guys love the ocean, right? I love the ocean. So we're going to put the timer up, and then we'll be back. Yeah, how you doing? Let's start that again. Yeah. All right, I think that's enough. That's enough. Anyway, all right, going to start off the show here. All right, let's go ahead and start the show here. This one is not. Anyway, all right, start off the show here. I'm hearing my echo here. Just a moment. Go ahead and start the show. All right, just want to say hi, everyone. Anyways, want to say hi. Welcome to the Truth Show. I'm Keisha. Now, today in part 2. Today in part 2. Anyways, want to say hi. Welcome to the Truth Show. I'm Keisha. Now, yeah, today in part 2, we're diving deep into some hot topics, and you won't want to miss it. I'm keep hearing echo, but I guess you guys are not hearing it, so we ignore it for now. First, we'll do a quick recap of world news, and then we'll unpack the latest buzz about the whirlwind romance of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and their relationship that's taken a serious drastic turn since this engagement, and how the Kardashians and the royal family, are they genuinely evolving or simply presenting a new facade of the world? We'll talk about that as well and a whole a lot more. With that said, here are your warnings. And their relationship has taken serious drastic turns since this engagement, and how the Kardashians and the royal family, are they genuinely evolving or simply presenting a new facade of the world? We talk about that as well. A whole lot more. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had to change some things. Okay. This is why I hit my channel, because of this shit right here. This is why, if you guys want to know. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information. Please note that this is all alleged. I've never met any of these people. I've deeply researched all of my information.
This is a trigger warning. In this video, I may be talking about or showing sensitive material about some subjects or topics that may be disturbing or upsetting or may bring forth some troubling memories, as you read in the description or title. With that said, either end the video now or brace yourself. Aside from that, enjoy.
Okay. So I hope you guys got your coffee. I hope you got your tea or whatever the hell you drink. I'm drinking wine. I prefer red wine because the white wine, all it does is give me a headache. So I prefer red wine. Just want to point that out. Okay, first up, we're going to do a quick recap of politics. I'm not going to get all into the politics and all that crap. Not doing it. Don't want to, nope, not doing it. And for those of you who are just signing on, okay, I'm looking to my left, your right. It's because I'm navigating the software, and then I'm looking to my right, your left to navigate the slideshow, and then the camera's up there. And I might look over there as well. So if I'm not looking directly at the camera, which is boring, it's just a small camera. Why would I do that? It's like talking to yourself. So I'm not going to be doing that as much. I'll try to, but not as much. All right. Now, the first thing is that the government shutdown has officially ended after 43 days, the longest in U.S. history. President Trump signed a funding bill. Yes. Ended in 43 days. Yes. So he signed a funding bill late Wednesday, reopening federal agencies through January 30th, 2026, which is just next year, basically. While services are resuming, the fight over healthcare subsides, and another possible shutdown more than likely is going alone, because I guess he just don't care. He doesn't care about healthcare. They haven't even implemented a plan to make up for what's going to happen to people who's on healthcare. They haven't implemented anything. They just saying we're just going to end it, and people die. Who gives a damn? As long as we're taken care of. I guess these people think they'll never be poor. They're always going to be rich. Trump got one foot in the grave. He probably won't last before the end of the year. I'm just going to be realistic here. So apparently he thinks he's going to live forever. The man's health is literally in distress. I mean, he seriously have one foot in the grave. Let's be realistic here. And I did put a link in the comments. So if you guys want to come up, just let me know. But you probably don't want to come up until I start talking about celeb gossip, I'm assuming, because that's when a lot of people like to come up when I'm talking about celeb gossip or whatever. But anyway, so starting up, key updates about the shutdown. The House, again, passed the Senate-approved funding package. It went from only 222 people to 209. And President Trump signed it into law on November 12th, 2025. So 2 days ago. The duration. Okay. The duration was about 43 days, making it the longest shutdown in U.S. history. Yes. Now, the 222, believe it or not, was not Republicans. From what I gathered, it was not Republicans who overpowered the whole vote. From what I gathered, the Democrats took a win as well. But if he doesn't agree to the standards of the healthcare bill, like I stated before, there will be another shutdown next year, and that might last longer because we have millions of people's lives at risk. And I'm sorry, that's way more important than lining the pockets of pedophiles and rapists that seem to be among the Republican Party, who are they protecting, which is a pedophile and a rapist, Trump. So just saying. Okay, the impact. Let me go back up there. The impact. Well, 670,000 federal workers were furloughed. Okay, 733,000 worked without pay, and then 42 million, okay, food aid recipients were affected during that shutdown. So 42 million, that's literally like a quarter, I believe, or half of America who really, really depends on that SNAP benefit stuff. So a lot of people are literally going without food. It was crazy. Now, economic damage is estimated about 15 billion per week, costing about 60,000 non-federal jobs. Trust me, a lot of them were filing bankruptcy and taking side jobs like McDonald's or whatever they can pay bills at. Yeah, federal workers were doing that because they weren't getting any pay for about a month and a half. So it was pretty bad. Now, the back pay. Well, the good part about it is the federal workers are expected to receive a huge back pay. They're going to get compensation for the duration that the shutdown was, on. So they're going to get a compensation for that. All the time that the federal shutdown, not the federal, well, basically the federal shutdown, but government shutdown, the duration of that time period, they're going to get compensated for that as well. And compensated a little bit more. So that's good. They all get to go back to work after all of this freaking time. And after he fired several of them, so they're going back to work. So November 15th through the 19th, depending on their agency. So it depends if the agency have time for them, because the job market has declined, and the airline, especially the airline and things of that nature, they had to cut a lot of their staff, like 5 up to 10%. Because Trump fired a lot of the head league people, and a lot of people are not coming into America anymore, considering who's the president. And we're losing a lot of business. China decided to take herself over to Asia, and the UK is starting to have talks about parlaying and disparaging relationship and partnerships with us if Trump is going to be the president. So we're losing a lot of partnership and a lot of money because no one wants to do business with Trump anymore. And the rate things going, we'd be bankrupt more than likely by summer if we don't get them out of one house. And you guys don't issue a recount, which I made a video about how you can issue a recount. All you have to do is go to your state representative, and tell them all of your concerns about how ballots were lost and destroyed, and then gather enough people to get evidence on how their votes were not counted. You still have time. They keep the ballots for 22 months. If we all band together, we can literally get them out of the White House and get the entire party thrown in jail, including Elon Musk, if he took partake in rigging the election. I know you guys said, oh my gosh, Keisha, it's been like almost a year. No, you can still do this. You either want him in there, because impeachment doesn't seem like it's coming. And death, you can wait for that, but then we're still going to have JD Vance. If you want all of them out, you would definitely do what I suggested. Seriously, that's something you guys should definitely think about. Now, and the SNAP benefits. The food stamp programs and preschool services are reopening, but there may be delays, meaning families may still struggle with holiday meals in terms of they getting compensated. But I know a few people, and they told me they were already getting compensated. The funding was already on their SNAP cards, so that's a good thing. So the grocery store is going to be crazy packed this weekend. Now, the political fallout. Democrat versus Republicans. Democrats have demanded an extension of Affordable Care Act subsidies, but the final deal only promised a vote in December. This sets up another major fight over healthcare premiums before the year end. So here's the controversial. The controversial provision. The shutdown bill included language allowing senators to sue the government. Yes, senators, doesn't matter what party, giving them liability to sue the government for up to $500,000 if their phone records were subpoenaed without notice, which I'm sure they were. And Republicans plan to repeal a measure. They try to repeal that next week because they don't. Well, you already know why they're doing that. We don't have to get into details about that, okay? So, now, the next deal. Funding runs out again on January 30, 2026, meaning, again, there will be another shutdown battle that's literally only a couple months away. Seriously, it's just months away because of the Affordable Care Act and the Republicans trying to reshape the federal government. They're trying to keep it at the age of Pisces. Not going to happen. This is going to end in bloodshed, unfortunately, and it's going to pretty much be a crazy, catastrophic battle at the end as all transitions to new ages, as I've stated several times in my live shows. Now, the first thing that came up while I was doing this, creating this slideshow, was the latest Epstein files. It seems the latest Epstein emails reveals thousands of pages of correspondence showing Jeffrey Epstein ties to powerful figures of courting, including Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, Steve Bannon, and a lot more other people. Even Bill Gates, he was in there, but I don't know how he managed to keep his name out of this crap. Anyway, yes, and Harvey Weinstein. Documents released by House Democrats this week have reignited political controversy and calls for true, full transparency. They are asking and demanding for them to release the Epstein files like fucking yesterday. Seriously, they like release these goddamn files. What the hell is going on? That's literally what's happening. And they should have released it months ago. Why are we just not hearing it now? I'm just saying they should have released it a long time ago. Oh, I forgot to put the banner up, my bad. They should have released these documents a long time ago. I don't know why it's taking so long for them to release it. Seriously, I don't understand what the problem is, okay? First up here. Let's go back up. All right. Here's the first thing that came up here, okay? Trump mentioned frequently, okay? He mentioned frequently. Epstein referred to Trump as the dog that hasn't barked in a 2011 email to Ghislaine, noting that a victim has spent hours with Trump at his house but was never mentioned once. Never once. Okay, speak. Never once mentioned. Now you understand, the Mar-a-Lago was pretty much used to traffic victims with Epstein, and they used to fight over, I guess, Ghislaine taking some of Trump's workers and girls, which he said on live television during one of his press conferences that they used to take some of his girls, back to the Epstein house. And I did a video about this. Their houses were literally 2 miles from one another in Florida. So I hope you guys know that. I'm just saying. So they used to fight over traffic victims. Hey, Queen Bee, they used to fight over trafficking victims, and well, y'all get to drift. So it's freaking sick. Okay. In other emails, Epstein criticized Trump's business practices as dirty and claimed Trump knew about the girls, though he did not directly accuse him of wrongdoing. You understand, Epstein, it was an Aquarius. But he's an Aquarius and Aries, which means he can be cold-hearted and downright brutal. Because Aries, a lot of Aries are known to be very honest, but just really never mind. The point of the matter is he was an Aquarius. Okay, so therefore he's going to be honest. If he has to lie, he just won't talk. He'll probably declare his Fifth Amendment or whatever the case may be. He'd rather do that rather than tell it himself. A lot of Aquariuses are like that. Not saying that, we're not capable of lying because we are, but most of the time we just can't. And if we do, we just won't say anything. But the point of the matter is, he did not he did not like Trump at all. They definitely had a lot of falling out from what I gathered. And it was a good relationship. And he did declare Trump as his brother, but still it was always a sick pedophilia, raping, disgusting relationship from what I gathered. But apparently he had mad respect for Trump. So I guess they were like brothers bickering back and forth from what I gathered from the interviews and what people are saying about him. Yeah, definitely. Oh, I'm not done yet. There's more. Epstein also describes Trump as evil beyond belief, mad nuts, and dangerous. And that is not the only person, hey, Celebrity Magazine, and that is not the only person who said that. A lot of people were saying that Trump was evil, he's careless, he's not bright, and anyone who's ignorant and evil and just chaotic are the most dangerous fucking people. And Trump is an idiot and he's evil. Can you imagine that combination? It's freaking catastrophic. It's lunatic. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got more. Now, Epstein also wrote. Go back up. Epstein also wrote that Bill Clinton had never been to his private island contradicting Trump claims, which I told you guys a gazillion freaking times. I told you he'd been on a plane because he loaned his plane for when they went to Africa. He was only affiliated with Epstein because Epstein donated to his campaign, and he also partnered with him through charity in Africa. But Epstein only partnered with him. They both had two agendas. Clinton did it for charity, for Africa. Him, I believe, Chris Tucker, and a few other people. They were doing it for the right reasons. Okay? He was doing it for dark reasons. Epstein was doing it for dark reasons. He was doing it to recruit and traffic more victims. Clinton, Tucker, and all the rest of them were doing it for humble humanitarian reasons. He's donating his money. He's letting me borrow his plane. And, it was naive on Clinton's part not to do his homework, but he did a lot of naive, stupid things in the White House. Monica Lewinsky is one of them. Just saying, he did a lot of stupid stuff. Okay? I'm just saying. People can't be so stupid they can be dumb. We're going to put that up there. Okay? Oh, boy. Hold on just a second. My computer is changing from day to night, so I'm just going to let that change a sec. And I'll be back. Okay, look like it's okay. It's finished converting. Okay, here we go. All right, now. Oh, I'm not done yet. He said some more stuff too. He said most stuff. He wasn't done. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that was basically what was happening to this whole thing here. And I'm still not done with the whole political drama with this, whatever you want to call this disgusting thing here. And it gets so disgusting, you guys. I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, ill. Okay. It's gonna put their crap out here. It's disgusting. Now, House Democrat released over 20,000 pages of emails and documents from Epstein estate. 20,000 pages. Lawmakers are pushing for full release. Okay, not just the Democrats, so they have to blame us for it. And you have that Mike dude, complete delusion, saying Trump is innocent and they're just trying to taint his name. Is dude possessed or is he brainwashed or something? Because I never saw the most stupidest and naive freaking interview in my entire life. I'm wondering if he's kind of slowing the brain a little bit. Is he okay? They should probably do a cognitive test and maybe a brainwashing test. I'm not even sure what the hell that means, but something. They should definitely do that on him because the dude is supposed to be the speaker of the Senate or whatever the hell he's supposed to be speaker of. They should really do a test on him because I don't think he's completely up there. I've been trying to separate myself from political karma because, they get really violent and I get tired of getting threats from these possessed, crazy, psycho people. So, yeah. So if I sound a little like, okay, what's going on, KISHA'S, because I'm really starting not to fucking care. Since Trump been in the White House and they let him get away with all this monarchy and all this crazy stuff, I literally been separating myself from that, particular subject and straying off another subject like Black history and conspiracy theories. And eventually I go off in true crime and knock a few people off their throne, which is my goal. So anyway, lawmakers are pushing for a full release of Justice Department case files with a partisan vote expected next week. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, Trump has called the release a hoax and urged Republicans not to support the bill. And then he called them names too. He called them stupid. He called them ignorant. He said that they're the most stupidest, ignorant, paraphrasing, and laziest freaking group, which he has been saying for years, by the way. Before he became president, he has always talked negative about that freaking party. He has never said anything nice about that party. I don't know how people can support someone who talks about you like a dog. I guess what is it, Stockholm syndrome or something? Whereas a person can talk negative about you and you still like them. That's got to be the reason why they're still dealing with him. I'm just going to put that crap on out there. I'm just saying. Now, let's move on to royal family. Okay, first of all, We're going to talk about Meghan Markle. Okay. It has been reported that Meghan Markle is back in acting after 8 long hiatus years. Because she has to deal with the royal family, have a couple kids, start some businesses, do the damn thing. She's the only person I know become a homemaker or housewife and turn it into a freaking business. That is some serious, intelligent, smart shit. To go and say, you know what? I'm gonna be a housewife, but I'm gonna turn it into an empire. I'm just not gonna sit here and just be a housewife and not make money. Sit here and live off my husband while he's losing hair and trying to take care of me. No, fuck that. I'm gonna make money. So I think that was a really intelligent and bright idea on her part. So she's making a cameo in the upcoming Amazon MGM rom-com Close Personal Friends, playing herself along Brie Larson, Lily Collins, and Jack, I'm assuming, Quaid, and Henry Golden. I don't know who these, I'm sorry, Jack? No, Jack. Yeah, I said it right. Jack, Quaid, and Henry Golden. That's who she's making a cameo next. And I do have videos of people describing her in this little cameo, whatever. Some people, well, you'll see the videos, okay? You'll see the videos and what people were saying. Some people said negative stuff, and some people like, oh, she's, people are just whatever. She's gonna always get hate. We already know that already, so who cares? Make sure you hit the like button, you guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Okay, key details on Meghan return. Okay, the first role since Suits, Meghan left her role as Rachel Zane in 2017 when she married Prince Harry. This marks her first scripted act project since then. Yes, and I watched the entire Suits. Remember, I was a fan before she became a royal member. I was already watching Suits before she became a royal member. So it's nice to see her up there. Okay, Queen Bee, thank you. Okay. Now, the film. Close Personal Friends is a mid-budget romantic comedy directed by Jason Orley and written by This Is Us creator Isaac Aptaker. It centers on two couples, one famous, one not, who cross paths in Santa Barbara. They say she planned herself, but we don't know if that's definite. It's just been a rumor. We don't really know. They keep it her role under wraps, so we really don't know. Yeah, her role again. They're saying she's playing herself, which keeps the risk low, but visible. But it'll be a visibility high. Insiders say she joked on set that she felt a bit rusty, though she appeared relaxed, warm, and down to earth, which she seemed to be on her as ever TV series on Amazon. I'm sorry, on Netflix. Oh yeah. So it's like all I can say is getting back to acting and getting back to something that you have a passion for that you haven't done in a long time. It is like riding a bike. Once you know, it takes a little time, to get back into the groove again. I mean, of course, she probably questioned or maybe questioned her motivations and trying to get back into the zone again. But, and I'm sure she's gonna get a lot of criticism for the UK. They criticize not everyone in the UK agreeing with the disparaging of her character. She has a lot of fans in the UK, believe it or not. But the royal family controls the media. Excuse me. Sorry, my nose is running. So yes, but the UK is always, controlling the media down there. So we won't even know what the latest is about anything down there because they control the media down there. But you will see it through live videos that have been recorded and uploaded on TikTok, where you see a lot of people cheering her and Harry on more so, and doing like protests too in live videos, not the pre-recorded edited videos that they show in their news teams or medias down there, but live videos that has been uploaded to TikTok. You see more fans than haters. I don't know if she knows that or not, but she has a lot of people who support her down in the UK. But again, they will not let you know that. Yeah, crazy. I know. Yeah, crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so let's go back here. Um, lot of people were questioning her. Well, here are the details. Let's just talk about the details here, okay? Because I know you guys want to hear about that. Sorry about that. Her motivation for returning, because a lot of people were questioning her motivation. They were saying, okay, what is her motivation? Why she's doing this? Why she gonna have a reason? I mean, I understand people fucking stupid questions. They're stupid, but whatever. I'll go ahead and answer these dumbass questions. But anyway, now, as I stated, reports differ. Some suggest financial pressures influence her decision, while others frame it as passion-led, saying she just wanted to return to something she truly loves. I mean, it's a passion, and Megan is a working body. She has to work, goddamn. She can't be a housewife making dooley dads like some housewife. She started acting before, and she's gonna get back to acting. Why change who you are just because you married to a fucking prince? She's not gonna I can't even speak. He can't change him. I mean, she hasn't changed him. He's still the same old Harry. Why the hell should she change everything? She changed enough for that cockamamie goddamn family. They're working my nerves with stupid questions. And then they were like, what about Prince Harry reaction? Harry's reporting relief. I mean, he's relieved and supportive because that Megan is busy on set and doing what she loves. That brings her joy. Why would he say, oh my gosh, I don't want her doing this? I'm sure if there are certain roles that she might play that may, he'd be like, hold up now. I'm sure he has some input about that. But other than that, I'm sure he's very happy that his wife is doing what makes her happy. That's what a husband's supposed to do. Yeah, not all husbands are like that, by the way. Some of them are just okay. Okay. Now the industry buzz here. They're having culture commentators describe this as Megan stepping into the fully fledged celebrity mode. Like she wasn't celebrity then, but whatever. Noting her recent appearance at the Kris Jenner's birthday party and the Paris Fashion Week, she was already going to those things. She may not have been in the limelight to have been photographed or noticed, but she went to a lot of those things already. This wasn't something that was a spur of the moment or she never done before because she did it before. Now here are some clips. Oh, and by the way, and I already did an etiquette lesson on how to hold a wine glass. I guess I should do that right quick. You hold a wine glass by the stem. Wine glasses are held by the stem. Not like this. Not like a whiskey glass, which is held kind of like this. It's held by the stem. You know, someone who is a real wine connoisseur or who took etiquette classes, the firm class, or whatever case may be, because you see them either on TV or out in public holding the wine glass the proper way. You're supposed to hold a champagne glass the same way as well. But there are some champagne glasses that don't have a longer stem, so you just got to do the best you have to do. You know what I'm saying? But wine glasses are held by the stem. That's when you know a real wine drink. I know girls like to show their little nails and they do it like this to show their nails because they do it on TV. You screw up the texture and the temperature of the wine when you hold it by the glass. You got to hold it like this. That's great decorum. But like I said, and you don't gulp it, you just like that. But I guess if you're drunk or thirsty, you just do what you got to do. But I'm just saying. Never hold it by the body. Always hold it by the stem. Just want to point that out. Only thing that's held by the body, like I said, are home champagne glasses or something like that. Whiskey, and you don't hold it like this either. That's whiskey glasses and martini glasses. Even though you're supposed to hold martini glasses by the stem too, but it is what it is. Just want to point that out. Okay. All right. Here are a couple videos here. This lady is going to talk more about her role. She's going to talk in a positive way. I try to put positive videos up here and not so many negatives. So here we go.
You guys know I like Meghan Markle.
We started over.
Meghan Markle is making a return to acting, and I'm so excited. I've missed her. I'm a fan of hers. You guys know I like Meghan Markle. It's been 8 years since her last project. She is going to appear in the Amazon MGM Close Personal Friends opposite Brie Larson, Lily Collins. So it's about a really big all-star cast. Jack Quaid's in it. She's going to be playing a version of herself. So I'm really excited to see what that looks like because I think it's hard to play herself and I think she can pull it off. I'm just so excited she's back to acting because I thought she was great in Suits. I had a friend who worked on Suits in production, said she was nothing but nice. I've never understood the Meghan Markle hate. It never made sense to me. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're excited. And if you don't like Meghan Markle, just keep scrolling. I'm so sick of that negativity. Anyway, I'm excited to see this. And if I didn't say so already, it's going to be on Amazon. And this marks an 8-year return for her. So I'm very excited to see her back in the movie.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Just found out Meghan Markle is coming back to acting. She was just spotted on Rachel Zane,
Our Duchess, she's coming back to the screens.
not on Suits because that's no longer. But she's joining the cast of Close Personal Friends, which stars Brie Larson, Lily Collins, Jack Quaid, and Henry Golding. Which, by the way, it's been 8 years since she announced that she would be returning to Suits.
Still hurts my heart. Still hear the
Theme song, Cream of Black Sugar. We could have had her back on our screens sooner because the creator of Suits thought about asking her to make a cameo on Suits LA. But they go, I even thought about using the audio footage that we had to come up with something, and in the end, I didn't ask. I just thought, I'm going to respect your new life and not put her in the position of having to ask. I think they might have done her a favor there. But she was officially spotted on set of Close Personal Friends. They said she has a small role in the project, and she seems very relaxed and happy. She introduced herself to everyone and was sweet and down to earth. This is her dipping her toe back in the water to see how she enjoys being back on set. Apparently, everyone involved is really excited, but they've been sworn to secrecy on her involvement. Some people are saying that she's playing herself on this film, but then other sources are saying nothing's been confirmed. So we'll see.
Told you. Okay. All right. More tea, more information. Now that we're on the freaking subject, okay, about Meghan Markle. Now that we're on the subject about Meghan Markle, let's talk about a few other things as well. Okay. Not about a few days late, but then again, I made this script. I made the script days ago, but I had things I had to do, so I couldn't talk about all this. Anyway, and I never know how many people watching anyway. So here is the party highlights from Kris Jenner's 70th birthday. The venue and the theme. It seems that it was hosted by Jeff Bezos and his 165 million Beverly Hills estate. That is that is a huge, and that's a lot of freaking money for one goddamn, whatever. He got the money. 165 million Beverly Hills estate. The front lawn was tinted and transformed into a glamorous James Bond casino. That's a lot of stuff to do for this woman. That is a major point. You got to give Kris Jenner her freaking props. The woman managed to freaking get a party thrown by Jeff Bezos, the freaking billionaire. From her coming from being a housewife and being divorced and her husband passing away and was allegedly cheating on her, ended up marrying his mistress who he cheated on her with like a year later. And then she parlayed that into a marriage with one of the biggest athletes who turned transsexual or whatever, and then kept the millions going. One is are you freaking kidding me? Can y'all do that? Just saying. I mean, it is the way they went about doing it. It looks sketchy, but what millionaire, a lot of us millionaire and billionaire. Okay, so roulette tables plus custom 007, 007 chips featuring Chris's face. I mean, he went all out for Kris. I don't know what connection they got going on. I guess a lot of money that he may have gotten from. I don't know. I don't know. I never looked at the history other than sponsorship, friendship, and just traveling in the same circle. I don't know what financial relationship they have with really rich fucking friends. You probably don't want to be their enemies. I will make them my allies more so my enemies. I'm just gonna point that shit out there. For real. Make them your allies, okay? So star guests, of course, attendees were Beyonce, Jay-Z, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Griffey, Mariah Carey, Dale, Mark Stewart, Tyler Perry. That's a lot of money at this one goddamn party. A lot of new age people too, and some of the old age people leaving. You see that it's party. Oprah Winfrey, yeah, a lot of new age and people. Kathy Hilton, is that Kathy Hilton? Okay, her sister. Alicia Keys, Chris Rock, two Aquariuses, yeah, and of course 6 of the Kardashian children who look gorgeous. By the way, they look gorgeous. I don't like her dress. I think it's ugly. But all the rest of her kids looks great. Yes, the party was a significant financial investment for the elite. This is expected because the party took place at, say, the billionaire Jeff Bezos and anyone was invited. Why invite Will Smith? Does he even go to parties? He should have went to the party with his estranged wife, Jada. You know what Will Smith needs to do? Will Smith needs to find him a woman who is on good terms with Hollywood. I mean, because he should be invited to these parties. Everyone likes Will Smith, no, but Chris Rock was at this party too. So that would have been a nice little, I don't know, something. Video op or photo op to say, okay, they made up, everything is great, they're back friends again. That would have been a great thing if Will Smith was at that party with Chris Rock. That would have been so great. I'm gonna point that out. Seriously, I'm gonna point that out. So anyway, I'm gonna be a part of this party one day. Really, I'm gonna be part of this fucking party one day. Really. Okay, here are some videos because I got videos for you.
That attended Kris Jenner's James Bond themed 70th birthday and what they wore. Kicking it off with the one and only Beyonce and her mother Dina Knowles. I was gagged when I saw that Beyonce was there. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, and people are already mad. Here's Harry and Meghan inside Chris's birthday party and Meghan with him. The guest list was seriously stacked. Oprah was there, here she is with Kris, Gayle King, Adele was there. You can see her a little better in this photo in the background. Mariah Carey, Snoop Dogg, Kim of course, Bill Gates. It was seriously like a billionaire's roll call. Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan were there, photographed here inside the party.
Yeah, they was doing it. Here is more.
Beyonce and Jay-Z managed to dodge the paparazzi at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday bash. The power couple quietly slipped into the star-studded celebration held at Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's $175 million Beverly Hills mansion.
Did Beyonce get a boob job? I'm just curious. Because I saw a recent picture of her and her boobs look way too goddamn big. I'm telling you. She either got a boob job or the bra is making her boobs look like it's been touched up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put that shit on out there. She got some work done. All right, the second party highlights here. I'm getting drunk. I'm getting a little buzzed, you guys. So my voice may start slurring. So Kiki might definitely come out. I may have to change my ads to the beautiful ad. So Bruno Mars delivered a live set. Yes, he did. Keeping the dance floor packed while Kris' daughters danced together. Now the fashion and glamour. Kris wore a red strapless Da Vinci couture gown with black gloves. Guests leaned into the Bond theme with sleek gowns and tuxedos, as you saw on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. It was diamonds everywhere. You're supposed to wear the diamonds, So Beyonce has some diamonds, and the rest of them has some diamonds, of course. Now, the jury influencer, Julia Schaffe, I may have mispronounced her name, noted that the unofficial theme was gigantic diamonds. Something I guess Meghan Markle didn't freaking pick up. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't wear no gigantic diamonds. I don't know what the hell she's wearing. So Mariah Carey wore a massive oval-shaped diamond tennis necklace. Kendall Jenner stunned with enormous diamond studs worth GDP of a fucking small country. Yeah. And then Hailey Bieber wore a striking triangle cut diamond tennis necklace. And you know, the Hiltons, they got money, okay? Yeah. Longer Paris Hilton, they got mucho dinero. Wore mega diamonds, seriously, mega diamond drop earrings, 30 karat necklace were among the most jaw-dropping freaking pieces. You know, Beyonce came in there with all her goddamn diamonds. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, the strict rules were guests weren't allowed to use their phones, but a photo booth was provided for keepsakes, which is good, but they didn't follow. A lot of them did not follow. I mean, they were still taking videos and stuff and uploading to the internet. Now, the unexpected twist. Police reportedly arrived near the end of the night. Those sources clarify it was simply as the party was winding down, so it was ending anyway. So they came for a disturbance. It probably was called down there by what I heard from a MAGA because they weren't invited. So I heard someone called the police down there, but police came at the last minute purposely. Not all the police department agree with MAGA. Straight up. Now, Kris Children shared heartfelt messages online calling her the queen, superwoman, a whole bunch of wonderful stuff. And she is. I mean, the woman holding it down. You gotta give her props. Now, I have to say, this is a beautiful family. I love the family vibe this family has. And I know Kris Jenner has always been supportive of Meghan Markle. She's been supportive of Meghan Markle since the beginning. Seriously. Bought her products. Always been supportive of Meghan Markle. She follows her. She's a huge supporter of Meghan Markle. I feel like this. I will, however, talk about their surgeries, even though I have a love-hate relationship with the Kardashians because they culture appropriated my people and they, among other things. But I can't be a hater of their hustle. I can't do that. And they're family oriented, how they like to keep it in the family, and their survival techniques. You know, I can't hate on that. And let's just be realistic here. They have great decorum in public. I mean, Kim Kardashian should get an award for her decorum of the most times embarrassed, but still upheld some kind of dignity. And she's not afraid to divorce anyone who's been shitty to her. Damn what the media say or lynch about her. She still hold her own. Not many people can do that. They just stay with the person because they're afraid of the media backlash. She's like, fuck you, and the horse you ran in on, that stuff would die down with the next big story. I like people who think that way. You know what I'm saying? So, and she still got money. She didn't fall or anything. You got to give her props. And I know she was trying to pass the bar, and there's been rumors that they've been unfair to her that she did pass the bar, but they don't like her. So they're giving her false, results of her test. She probably want to research that. Anyway, but I would still talk about their surgeries, things of that nature, because I have to. It's just what I have to do. Do I care about their surgery? Absolutely freaking not. But I'm still talking about it. But anyway, they're wonderful. Do your thing, Kardashians. I don't watch your reality show, but it's not just you. I don't watch reality TV at all. The last reality TV show I watched was the Braxtons, and I stopped watching them. I don't even think they're on anymore. But that was the last reality TV show. I don't watch reality TV because my life is a reality, and I don't need to watch that shit on TV. It's freaking nerve-wracking. Just saying. Okay, getting back to this cockamamie party. Okay, now, Meghan Archer type of role at the party. Well, the actress / queen returned. Meghan stepping into Jeff Bezos' mansion, surrounded by Hollywood icons and royal level celebrities. It's a ritual re-entry. She's no longer bonded by the Windsor Protocol. She's breaking protocol. She's setting a new trend. She arrives as a sovereign of her own narrative, meaning she's shaping the royal family. And let's hope the rest of the family follows. This is the 21st century. You guys are stuck in a whole nother time zone. It's time for you to get with the program or falter in your old beliefs and crumble within itself, which is starting to happen if they don't change quickly. Okay. Now, the Bond thing, the James Bond motif, secrecy, espionage, glamour frames Meghan as a figure navigating dual worlds, okay? Royal exile and Hollywood insider came here at the party nearest Bond's double identity, both agent and mid. So she came in the all black, like a undercover agent or something like that, trying to be inconspicuous or just not to broadcasting. She definitely did that. I do think she should have been a little more sexual. I did not like her outfit. It looked like she just had a skirt and a top and some cheap earrings and called it a goddamn day. Girl, this would have been a time I would have showed people how truly royal I am. I'm being honest. But you know how Meghan Markle is. Seriously. Yeah. So the diamonds and sovereignty codes. The party unofficial diamond things resonates with Meghan reclamation of value. She doesn't need to wear the crown. I would have. Remember, I'm Aquarius/Leo, so I would have. She's a Leo, and I forgot what other sign she may be. But anyway, seriously. So the party unofficial diamond thing resonates with Meghan reclamation of value. She doesn't need to wear the crown jewels of Windsor. This is what they're saying. She's surrounded by talisman of wealth and power in her own right. So yeah, I guess technically she really didn't need to do all that because her president, look, she just wore this and she's being talked about more so than the other billionaires that was at that fucking party. She was pictured more than other billionaires at the party just for being herself. If that isn't some level of hierarchy, I don't know what the hell is. I'm gonna wear all black with some cheap earrings and watch. I'll be the most photographed person at this party with less effort. Boom. If that isn't some queen shit, I don't know what is. I know it's not real. I know, Queen B. How you doing, girl? Remember, if you want to come up, the link is at the top. Okay. Sorry, my nose is burning because it's hot and I got the fan on me, so my nose is running. It's not, I don't have snot on my fingers. I'm just doing this so it won't run. So don't think I'm just wiping snot off my finger because I'm not. I know it's TMI, but I just feel you guys should know that. I don't know why I just said that, but I'm just telling you that. It could be the wine because I'm tired and I'm drinking wine. Okay. Now, the Pantheon gathering. Of course, there was Beyonce, Jay-Z, Oprah, Adele, Mariah Carey. The guest list is a modern Olympus. Meghan presence signals the acceptance into this pantheon, not as a duchess, but as a celebrity queen. So she reclaimed, this is the perfect political and I don't even know what to call it, but her step into the Hollywood regime. This is perfect. She's gonna be invited to these parties. She's gonna be invited to the awards. She's literally setting a new level. Her and Prince Harry and new face to the royal family. They really dropped the gauntlet on this. They really dropped the ball on this. They really dropped it. They fucked this up completely. Seriously, they fucked this up. They should be ashamed of themselves for throwing them out and basically running Meghan and Harry out of the royal family. Y'all fucked up big time. And then y'all dealing with the aftermath of the whole Prince Andrew discussing as. It's going to be more stuff coming out about that family. I'm just saying. It's going to be more stuff. Not just from Prince Harry either. I mean, not Prince Harry, but Prince Andrew either. Same. Okay. And then we have the world circles, as you see here. Before I play this video, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were reportedly asked never to, they didn't ask for consent for photos, but it's a party, they're going to take photos. So they never asked to sign photo consent. They were never asked that. Forms of Kris Jenner's party sparking conversation about celebrity privacy and royal boundaries. So they were open for photographs, but I guess they were okay with that whole fact. You know what I'm saying? Because they took a picture of numerous of people. Lady Federal Windsor, Sophie Winkleman, described life inside the royal family as total hell. That's what she said. So she kind of vouched and validated Meghan Markle's, comments about the royal family. So she added to the ongoing debates about the presence of the royal family. However, back to Meghan playing and basic look, I'm just going to say this. I know she's the queen of ordinary clothing, but what was she thinking? And like I said, I understand she was doing, this is ridiculous. I know she don't have to dress up, but this dress is ugly. I'm just going to point that out. It's ugly. But anyway, here are some videos, and then we'll start talking about Taylor Swift because I know you guys want to hear about that.
Let's do this objectively first and then get into the thoughts, shall we? Harry and Meghan over the weekend attended the 70th birthday party of one Kris Jenner. There she is, the birthday girl. I swear, not a day over 48. The This party was hosted at the Beverly Hills estate, I think estimated at $165 million of one Jeffrey Bezos. So they were rubbing shoulders with the likes of Jeff, all of the Kardashians, Lauren Sanchez Bezos, and looking quite happy Viper's nest that is a Kardashian Jenner. Before they made their way to the Kardashian Jenner birthday extravaganza, Harry and Meghan were at the Baby to Baby Gala. They did pose for pictures there with their friend Serena Williams, who was being honored at the event, before making their way to Chris's party. Now for the commentary bit, which I know is going to be a time. Some of you couldn't even handle me saying, hey, $68 for a candle is a little pricey, so I cannot wait to see how the comments are going to go on this one. Just to preempt, though, you all say, well, when there's something to criticize Harry and Meghan for, I'll do it. What is this if not one of those times? Because objectively, as a couple, first of all, who has left the royal institution and kind of positioned that choice on the fact that it's an outdated colonial white supremacist institution, what are we doing here?
Which is what
are we doing surrounded by the Kardashian Jenners who are actively posing up to oligarchs, billionaires, white supremacists here in the United States?
Well, you
and I do understand this from a networking perspective, which is why I think Harry and Meghan went to this event. Meghan was recently spotted filming for an Amazon series or movie, one or the other, and I would not put it past her to be in talks with Amazon to platform position her as ever brand. Networking, absolutely understand it. In Hollywood, these are the rooms you want to be in, right? Which is why other people like Beyonce, Mariah Carey, Tyler Perry were all also at this party. But let's not pretend that Harry and Meghan don't have agency and don't have the choice to say, I'm so sorry, I had another engagement I would have loved to attend, but unfortunately I had to be at this event, right? Like that was an option, actually a pretty good one if they didn't want to be at that party. Instead, they did show up for this display of wealth and opulence at a time when most Americans cannot afford health insurance. The conversation, I think, is this is who Harry and Meghan are. This is where they are comfortable being. And sure, we have to kind of just be okay with that. And also, sure, the royals are also friends with oligarchs. Princess Beatrice this week hosted a tea party in the Riyadh Ritz Hotel, the one in Saudi Arabia where people were literally tortured. So like, no, this in comparison to things that other family members of Harry have done is not outlandish, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't still talk about it. It's disappointing to a lot of people, myself included, because Harry and Meghan are slowly walking back their progressivism. Whether it's Meghan saying she doesn't really have anything to comment on right now about the state of the country, she has a business to run, or the Archwell Foundation defunding a Muslim women's organization because they deliberately misunderstood the point being made in some of their social commentary. Harry and Meghan are not as progressive as people make them out to be. They said when Harry was promoting his book that they wanted to still support the monarchy and they still consider themselves monarchists. They wanted to work for the institution. They wanted a half-in, half-out. They didn't leave because of the way the institution was problematic. They left because they weren't getting equal treatment to other people who were in the institution. But somehow I don't ever hear well, listen to the words they actually say crowd actually talking about that. And again, I don't have this problem with just Harry and Meghan. Would I criticize the royals on stuff like this? Yes, I do. I've already seen that comment, like, hold them to the same standard. I do. One last thing to note, I do think in the wake of this event, Harry and Meghan made some calls because Kris and Kim both posted pictures from the event with them and their guests, and the photos with Harry and Meghan have been removed from the posts. Whether that was because our favorite prince was here looking a little sloshed, I don't know. I think it was more likely that someone on the team, because remember, Meghan says she doesn't look at online commentary, whether positive or negative, someone on the team said, ooh, no, this is not the vibe.
Told you, people lie.
Happy 70th birthday to the best momager ever, Kris Jenner. She had it at Jeff Bezos' $178 million freaking mansion. And it was star-studded. There were billionaires and stars in every corner. You had Snoop Dogg, Mariah Carey, Adele, Stevie Wonder, Oprah Winfrey, Meghan and Harry. All the Hiltons were there. You name it, they were there. Then Bruno Mars rocked the house with his performance so much the neighbors called the police. The police came, and of course, they just said to tame down the party a little bit and went on their way, but not before there was these hedges up that gave it privacy in front of the $178 million mansion, and they did not have a permit for them, so they had to take them down. Boy, these neighbors were icky. Talk about little caring neighbors. My goodness.
I know, right?
They were just jealous they weren't there. I would love to be at this party next year. Please
I would
invite
love to be
me.
a neighbor.
I will be there with those on. And I'll even take down your hedges. Thanks for stirring the stink with Stacy. That's me.
I said I would love to have been at that. There was a lot of money at that party. A lot of money. Thank you, Queen Bee. I appreciate it. I know he do look like George Jefferson. I don't understand. Why don't he just shave his hair? Because his hair is looking whack. That basically summed it up, yeah.
This video is going to upset a lot of people. Hello, my friend. It's Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, Kardashian,
It's not the original, but you know, it's good.
And I've been doing what I do now for 21 years. I
21
know
years.
what I'm talking about. Whether you like it or not, Kris Jenner and her many, many children and grandchildren are always going to be famous forever.
Yeah.
They have transcended reality TV. They are gracing the cover of Vogue magazine, co-hosting the Met Gala, successful business people. 2 of them are billionaires, hobnobbing with fellow billionaires. They are here to stay.
Yeah.
And
Get used to it.
last night, Kris Jenner celebrated her 70th birthday that truly cemented her A-list status. There were rumors that Kris and her longtime boyfriend, Corey Gamble, were getting married. That turned out to not be true. Instead, the momager threw a party to end all parties for her 70th.
Yeah,
It
we're
was James Bond themed, and it was a who's who of A-listers. And I mean real A-listers. The celebration was held at the Beverly Hills mega mansion of Amazon's Jeff Bezos, and it drew the likes of Oprah, Justin Bieber, Adele. Adele was there. Adele never goes anywhere these days. I can't even remember
I
the
didn't even
last
see a
time she was
picture of
spotted
Adele.
in public. Adele. Mariah Carey, Paris Hilton, Snoop Dogg, Meghan Trainor, Vin Diesel, Martha Stewart, and yes, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were there. Why were they there? Because that's where they make sense. I've been saying this for a while now. Harry and Meghan in the US, and I think internationally as well, they are Kardashians. Their currency is very similar to that of the Kardashians, to be talked about. So of course they would go to Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party.
There's another reason.
And they went out of their way. Harry and Meghan live in Montecito, which is about a 2-hour drive from Beverly Hills. They did that big trek just to party and be photographed and get their Kardashian on. The party was such a success and a rager that multiple neighbors of Jeff Bezos called the police to complain, and the cops showed up.
Ooh.
Obviously, all her kids were there as well, and Jenner spared no expense. The surprise musical performer, Bruno Mars, and you know he did not do that for free. The theme was James Bond, and you know what? I like Kris Jenner. I like her a lot. Happy birthday, Kris. Do you like her? Let's discuss everything in the comment section.
Believe it or not, Kris Jenner, and I know you guys are probably like, what? She is part of the new.
This video is going to.
Hold on. Let me just pause it. Kris Jenner is part of the new age. So, and I said this actually in a video I did. I did like a quick little short video giving you the names of all the people who was going to make a huge come up. Kris Jenner is part of the new age. You crazy. I know, right? But Kris Jenner's part of the new age, believe it or not. So you're gonna see a lot more of her. And I did a video whereas I mentioned that her sign was part of the new age. So she's gonna have that cosmic effect on people. I mean, this party was insane, seriously. So you're gonna see a lot more. I believe she's a Scorpio, I believe. I think she's a Scorpio. So you're gonna see a lot of her. And remember the new age is Aquarius, Leo, which are the top tier. Let me put my face up here. Hold on just a second. And I'll show you guys in just a second. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. Okay, let me show you. Okay. So there's tiers. And I mentioned this before. Okay. There's Aquarius and Leo, which is the top tier. And then there's Taurus and Scorpio. Kris Jenner being a Scorpio, I believe. So therefore, she is going to have that cosmic influence on the media. Hence this very obese, insane goddamn party. Okay? So you're going to see a lot more of her. I don't know if it's a ritualist, but it's definitely something. It's definitely something, Queen Bee. It's definitely something. The royal circles. We're going to go past that. I already talked about a little bit of that, so we're going to move on. All right, so the next subject is, and I'm late with this news. Remember, I started writing this script, and you probably see it at the top, November 9th. So I'm late, like truly late. Seriously, I had crap to do. I couldn't be sitting here writing scripts. And I'm doing this fucking for free anyway. Okay? So just want to point that shit on out there. Anyway, get back to what I was saying. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. According to reports, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are getting married, which is exactly what I expected. This, I mean, damn, did I still have royal family up there? I guess it was. Yeah, according to reports, again, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are getting married, which is exactly what I expected this brand couple to do. I mentioned that. I even predicted I was kind of conflicted whether they were going to break up, but I was like, if the money good, they're going to be like another couple who was literally put together by third parties as some kind of media distraction or just good for monetary gain, and they turned into a real couple. And we know what couple that is, don't we? We do. So this may end up being that way. It's looking like it's going to be that way. And they're going to say, okay, the brand and the money's too good to separate. Let's just keep it together then. So they may become a brand couple, and they may even drop a couple kids too, because the money is good and they're good being together versus apart. That's okay. Yeah, I understand. I see you. I hear you, girl. I hear you. Yeah, he said the only names I'm there for is Harry. There were some pretty other good names in there, though. Now, according to reports, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce getting married, which is exactly what I said, blah, blah, blah. Okay. However, Taylor Swift apparently concerns, particularly with regard to Kelce ex-girlfriend Kayla, who was on Survivor, are the main cause of controversy surrounding the engagement. Apparently, and I told you guys this. Tell me I didn't tell you this. I fucking told you this. I told you that Taylor Swift was basically who she is who she hang with, okay? She was hanging with some pretty sketchy people who were known to be racist and mean and snobby. And it turns out this may be her, and her fans are starting to see the true her, and I don't think they're liking it. So they've been calling her out all over freaking TikTok, her being insecure, stuck in high school mode, and probably slightly racist. Yeah. And I said that a long time ago. I told you a long time ago she was like that. Here are some videos. Enjoy my validation.
So I stopped listening to Taylor Swift years ago when I realized that she was mentally still stuck in high school. But in recent years, I did not revisit her music because she likes to be racist. And now she herself is aligning with a white supremacist pipeline and using her music as a tool to continue to perpetuate really nasty and disgusting stereotypes about Black women. Because she's insecure, and therefore the rest of us have to deal with the consequences of the fact that he is dating a man who probably wouldn't date her under any normal circumstances, other than the fact that she happens to be super popular and she is a very wealthy woman. And now people are saying she was from the very beginning. But she's been hiding in plain sight for a very long time, pretending to be a feminist, to give a damn about very real issues impacting people who look like her and people who don't look like her. And she's been able to present this image of just being so helpless and being held down, boggled down by the industry, by her team members, by society for not allowing her to speak up and speak out. And instead of other white women holding her accountable, they continue to prop her up, refusing to have any sort of genuine discussion about how toxic and dangerous she is to the lives of all of us, but especially to the women who listen to her music. And now we're going to see the repercussions of that.
I agree with everything she said.
Taylor Swift is a mediocre white woman's wildest dream.
Oh gosh.
Taylor Swift's music sounds like a buffet line at a Kohl's or JCPenney store.
The only reason that Taylor Swift is as famous as she is because the most average, like unspectacular, boring, they see themselves in her. They're like, oh, that's me. And if she's that talentless and boring, she's that famous, she's a billionaire, then that means I can do it too.
At the Iowa State Fair.
I took a pearls of wisdom, hung them from my neck. I picked my dues with every pearl, I knew what to expect.
Taylor Swift. Okay, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
This music has sounded the same for the last 10 years, but it sounds like white rice with white chicken on top with mayonnaise in between Wonder Bread.
Does that even have a voice?
And shit. At her best, she's
Oh my gosh.
at her absolute best. It's dog shit poop and trash. So
The fact that her fans are in our comment section saying, I just don't understand Taylor Swift's music because you don't understand the lyrics because you're Black is insane. And this is why I say Swifties are akin to MAGA because there's always racism in everything that you guys do and when you're speaking to people who don't appreciate Taylor Swift's music.
People are like, Taylor Swift is a master poet, and then she writes the shit that I wrote in the corner of my homework when I was 11 and sad.
35-year-old girl proving as a fifth grader
You're hilarious.
using lyrics that sound like a precious teen in her teenage years can strive to understand.
You know how to ball? I don't ever start. Draw a cat sharp enough to kill a man, like a tattooed golden retriever. You smoked an 8-7 bars of chocolate. You declared Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist.
Oh my.
She's 35. You know what's 35? Beyonce was 35 when she released Lemonade. Mariah Carey was 35 when she released We Belong Together.
Because she's jealous and she's insecure. Because she's not talented, she can't sing.
No, she can't. I
has
told
nothing
her
on the
to
women
sing.
who dated before. She's a loser. She's not creative, and she's not as smart as she thinks she is.
Black people don't dislike Taylor Swift because she's white. We don't align ourselves with mediocrity, like I said. We love us little white girls. Adele is that girl. Gaga is that girl. Haley Williams, that girl. Pink, that girl. Alanis Morissette, Jewel. The list goes on of actually super fucking talented white women who we love. Taylor is mediocre. Get that through your head, guys.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, get that through your head, you guys.
As someone who could only read at a second grade reading level, it means so much to me to see representation for people like me in music. Like now I feel like I can make it. Man, I'm at this.
Seems to me that the word mediocre is triggering you guys because you don't understand what definitions mean or you don't see yourself as average because you've been told you're the status quo, but you're mediocre. Like I said, the majority of the mediocre, we should be able to talk about what Taylor Swift represents without you guys coming and saying, well, she's the best. She's not the best.
So when she writes lyrics, has always been the way that I read that suitcase when they're working on something desperate, trying to haphazardly edit it to everything that you
guys just made her famous, and you overbuy her album, and you propped her up to this place. So now
I know, right?
that the music has always sounded the same. It's never been different.
Yeah.
Monday.
He said basically the truth. Seriously, he said the truth. That was definitely on point right there. See if I can do a nice screenshot. She cannot dance. The girl is a nerd pulling through.
Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry. American.
Damn, that's messed up. I don't want to kill any of them.
Well, you know.
What is it?
This is
Kill Mary.
I guess I should have said it. This is Travis Kelce admitting that he don't want to date any. He's trying to set up generational wealth. He would have some kids, some rich kids, make his little mommy and daddy happy by marrying a rich billionaire white girl. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get insurance. That's what he's doing.
Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry. American.
Damn, that's messed up. I don't want to kill any of them.
Well, you know.
What is it? Kill
Mary.
Ariana.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Love you, but you're gone.
Okay.
And then Taylor Swift would be the Kiss. And then Katy Perry. What's the last one?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry would be the Katy Perry would be the
He's like, yeah.
Girl, yeah, drink. Do your thing. I'm drinking. Shoot. Hell yeah, drink it up. I'm getting buzzed too. I got more videos for you. More truth about Taylor. Girl, you tripping with that coffee. It's 6 o'clock, almost 6 o'clock here. You talking some goddamn coffee. You better drink.
Travis Kelce has reacted to Kayla Nicole's Halloween costume that shaded him and Taylor Swift. Kayla showed up online dressed as Tony Braxton from the 2000s.
Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, Taylor Swift album was throwing serious shade at Kelsey's exes, mainly sisters, with the Savage and whatever the hell she was trying to say. I told you, Taylor Swift is a very insecure person, and her album basically confirmed everything that I was saying. I'm going to put that crap on out there. Okay, so Kayla saw the shade, heard the shade, and she came up with the best freaking retaliation and revenge by dancing. One of my favorite singers, Tony Braxton. He's not man. And this girl was on Survivor. Kayla, I mean, seriously, she's a bad girl. She's a bad woman. I mean, in the most positive way.
Travis Kelce has reacted to Kayla Nicole's Halloween costume that shaded him and Taylor Swift. Kayla showed up online dressed as Tony Braxton from the 2000 music video He Wasn't Made Enough for Me. And people instantly started connecting the dots. Video, Tony sings lines like, "Did you know about us back then?" and "He wasn't made enough for me," which fans think was Kayla's way of throwing subtle shade at Travis and Taylor's engagement. Kayla didn't say anything directly, but the song choice and styling said plenty. She perfectly reenacted Tony's look, the leather outfit, the short hair, the confident energy, even filming her own version of the music video. It didn't take long for comments to start pouring in. Fans calling the move petty genius and a masterclass in shade. The moment comes just weeks after Taylor dropped her track Opalite, which fans believe includes lyrics aimed at Kayla. The song features lines about a girl on her own and someone who couldn't understand why she felt alone, which many linked to Kayla's past relationship with Travis. Their relationship lasted on and off from 2017 to 2022.
That was a long time.
Anytime either of them make a public move. And now Travis has seemingly spoken out about Kayla's viral look. Underneath a quote that said, "Live, love, leave me alone," Travis left a comment. In his comment, he wrote, "Yup." I think that response says everything. He's clearly not interested in engaging with the drama. It feels like Travis just wants to move on quietly and let people talk without feeding into it. But before you go, I want to know, do you think Travis was secretly shading Kayla back with that comment?
Oh yeah, he was. He should be. That's a huge transition. I have to say this. That is a huge transition from Kayla, who looks gorgeous, by the way, to freaking Taylor Swift. A huge freaking transition. I mean, it's like, night and day. Let's be realistic here. Night and freaking day. You know, just saying.
All right, so let's be real for a second. If you're Travis Kelce, how hard are you panicking right now? I'd be shitting my shorts. Negative thoughts, negative thoughts, negative thoughts. You decide to get engaged to the psychotic singer who always writes about her boyfriends and ex-boyfriends. She'll...
Hold on, wait a minute, wait. You say it's only 8, but I drink coffee and eat breakfast any time of the day. Oh, wow. Girl, go and do your thing, girl. Go and do your thing. Oh, the shirt I'm wearing, it says, you think I care about who doesn't like me? Hell, my family doesn't like me. That is a fact statement on my part. Seriously, because my family do not like me. So that is a fact statement on my part. You said, oh, I saw that in those lyrics. I know, seriously. Yeah, she was shady as hell saying those lyrics, for real. But here is another interpretation of Taylor Swift.
Up to this... All right, so let's be real for a second. If you're Travis Kelce, how hard are you panicking right now? I'd be shitting my shorts. Negative thoughts, negative thoughts, negative thoughts. You decide to get engaged to the psychotic singer who always writes about her boyfriends and ex-boyfriends. She also participates in witchcraft and voodoo and has a cult. And every album she's dropped up to this point has been considered a bang. I'm not saying I think they were bangers. She has Dr. Seuss rules. Like one fish, two fish, green fish, blue fish, tiger.
Dr. Seuss rides. They are crazy as hell, man.
But the first album she dropped when she's with Travis Kelce is an absolute flop. It's terrible. And she spoke on his wiener size, which seems really aggressive. Regina George over there, relax. But with how it's being received, I just know she's thinking about breaking up with this man so she could be heartbroken again.
Dude said one fish, two fish. I'm sorry. Dude said one fish, two fish. Oh my God, she is freaking hilarious. Hold on, I need to change some stuff right quick on this damn banner. You know what? Who cares? I'll leave it the same. I got some more for you. I got some more.
Why does Travis Kelce look like he just found out Taylor scheduled a paparazzi run instead of dinner reservation? Because, baby, that's not the face of a man that's in love. That's the face of a man that misses life. Now, don't get me wrong. Taylor looks great. Her hair's laid, outfit, looking classy, fall court chic. You know, she's doing her little thing. But Travis, he looks like he's been escorted to an apology tour. He didn't agree to. Like, the flashes from those cameras and regret loading is what that looks like. TMZ called this the bride-to-be moment or whatever. But the way he's staring off into the distance, that man is spiritually watching the game tape, okay? Let's be honest. The soft launch era is over, okay? They are in full PR fatigue, okay? And the way he is gripping that hand, that's not romance, that's survival. Taylor's glowing, he's glitching. And I don't want to say he's over it, but the Chiefs, by next week, was supposed to be his rest week. Instead, he's in Manhattan holding a pumpkin spice latte and his patients together by a thread. Look, I don't know everything, but if looks could talk, he would say, blink twice if you want to go home. And her, you better smile. We're trending. I'm not saying the era's ended, but the body language is screaming the torture football department, okay?
Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't care for those two people either. All right, let's move on to Eddie Murphy. We're in here. Okay, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy revealed details about his lifelong journey. I'm about to say family. About his lifelong journey with obsessive compulsive disorder in his new Netflix documentary, Ben Eddie Tracing Behaviors Back to Childhood. It's about time they did a documentary about him. Seriously, you know what? I'm starting to think these celebrities who are just now being honored, they have to be
they had never seen a scene like that before, and not just that film. My films, they had never seen a young black person take charge in the white world. They'd never seen that in the movies in Hollywood. It's like, I was a kid, and usually that the black actors would play sidekick roles, in mainstream films. If a black actor got into the mainstream movies, he was a sidekick, and I was I bucked that trend. It was like, I wasn't. I'm casted as a sidekick, but 48 Hours. It's like I'm supposed to be the sidekick, but the hero can't do his job unless, like, every other scene, he's like, "What do we do next, convict? Now, what's our next move, convict? Now, wherever it goes." So it's like, I'm like, and they had never seen it. And it's not like we sat down and said, "Hey, we're gonna flip the script." That's just how Providence just worked out.
From the island of niggeration. What do you mean you should check the other 75 times when you was a kid, and then one day when you got older, you found out that's OCD, and immediately after you found out that's a mental illness, so you just stopped? That's some nigga shit, because as soon as you heard mental illness, you was like, I just thought I was saving the family. I thought I was just making sure everybody was good and the gas wasn't running. What you mean that's a mental illness? Bitch, I ain't had no mental illness. Here's a few fun facts from the BDay documentary. A documentary about the importance of not doing crack. Eddie Murphy was a child. He wanted to be a ventriloquist, so he asked his mom for a dummy. Jesse Jackson first saw coming to America. He didn't know that Eddie Murphy was playing all them roles in the barbershop, and he was like, "Man, shout out to you, black brother, for giving all them black people a chance in Hollywood." He was like, "Nigga, that's me. You can't tell an old head nigga nothing. You might try to tell him, hey, you just like George Lopez. You got a little dyslexia. Hey, you got a little dyslexia." Eddie Murphy got snowed in Rick James' house, and they recorded party all the time. Murphy's dad died when he was about 7 or 8 years old by a woman that wasn't his wife. And they inserted a clip of Charlie Murphy explaining it. And the man was in the service when Eddie Murphy started going up. And when he came home, he became his security. He was like, "I have security. I just go out to protect my brother, so I'm protecting my brother." Rick James was doing drugs, but Eddie Murphy didn't. And people still think that Rick James' house maybe it's no food thing for drugs. The recording studio, so I would go to the recording studio too. All the trading places was low key for Richard Pryor, but he set himself on fire. So Eddie Murphy, it's like the story of Eddie Murphy. It's also the history of all the men that ever inspired. And a few crackheads down the way. Might try to explain to an old head nigga, "Yeah, this is my son. He's nonverbal autistic." Oh, look, ain't no nonverbal autistic. He just won't fucking talk.
Wow. She didn't reveal too much, but I'm just saying, I'm still gonna go watch it. Just a second. My computer is going a little slow. Just a second.
That's the picture that ended my mother and father's marriage. Child. That's the picture that ended my mother and father's marriage. Because my mother had spent some money. I'm 3 years old in this picture, and I'm laughing because the photographer took the picture. The flash didn't flash as soon as he hit the button. And I thought that this camera didn't work. Busted. I literally remember this moment. But my father came home and found out that my mother had spent some money, some pictures. You spent how much on some goddamn pictures? I mean, I'm sure they were having issues, but this was the straw that broke the camel's back. This is the last straw. You buy some goddamn picture.
I was real proud, of what my brother had accomplished. I remember the old days before any of this happened. To go from the apartment to the house in Long Island to, having this brother that became a star. But because he was so good at it and I was so proud of him, I was like, if you didn't laugh, I was real emotional. I probably would fuck you up for not laughing. That's how I felt.
There's nobody like Charlie. Nobody was funny. It's some of my biggest laughs in my life, Charlie. Yeah. I miss my brother. I have this thing with death and people who pass away. Like, I'll just touch it for us every now and then. A memory will pop up. I touch it, and then I feel this stuff bubbling up. And I go, oh, okay. So I I just touch little memories. I don't be going and wallowing in.
Wow. That was beautiful. Okay, so I just found out that, well, I didn't find out, I validated Kris Jenner is in fact definitely a Scorpio, which is what I already told you guys already, but it just validated what I had thought. I'm going to go watch it. I'm not going to watch it tonight, but I'm going to watch it, just not tonight. I'm not going to watch it tonight, but I'm definitely going to watch it. Definitely going to watch it. Where did you leave, girl? I didn't even know you left. I had no idea. Anyway, let's remove that. I'm afraid to put it on full screen because my whole office do now look very clean, and I don't want you guys to see it. So, like, definitely see my whole office. It's looking not quite good right now. Yeah, so we're not going to do that right now. We're not going to put me up there full screen. Didn't show up. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. I was going to do a little new age stuff, and I'm getting tired. So I'm just going to end it here. This hat is making my forehead seriously sweat. So it's been real. Oh, look like it finally popped up, but I don't even care at this point. Talk to you guys later. Have a good night, Queen Bee.
Greetings, my truth seekers. This is Keisha. You all are familiar with my track record of accurate tarot readings. I have 90% accuracy. Oh, yes. I also want to remind you that my reading starts at $5. Yes, 555. And that's for one question. $10 for two questions. Next, in general and in-depth readings, including past, present, and future, including communicating with loved ones and discovering the source of an issue. Cost $20 and higher. You can also schedule a reading with me through options below. You can also send me a direct message at Queen of Sheba Readings on IG, or also known as Instagram. See you there, loves. Bye.